Mr. President Pro Tem, I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Please.
Thank you. What we've heard here today is unfortunately more of the same from our colleagues across the aisle. It is more of what we've seen from the ninth floor and Katie Hobbs. It is political games. They want to play political games with the lives, the livelihoods of the people of Arizona, and with the operation of the state agencies here in Arizona. And it's not okay. The people of Arizona did elect us. They elected us to do our job. And our job as a legislature is not to rubber stamp what the executive tells us to. You know, many of you on the other side of the aisle were here, many of which in the Senate during the Ducey administration. And candidly, his nominees shouldn't have been rubber stamped either. Our job as the legislative branch of government is to serve as a check on the power of the executive. The nominations committee is doing that job. We have honestly, thoroughly, and truthfully evaluated so far 4 nominees. We've had 2 that committee recommended for confirmation. Heck, one of them we confirmed here on the floor of the Senate today. One nominee was wholly unqualified, and a majority of the committee agreed, and a majority of the Senate agreed. That is what this body is supposed to do. We had another nominee yesterday that repeatedly, for hours, dodged questions, refused to engage in an honest and truthful conversation with members of the committee, and ultimately would not give the people of Arizona an honest confirmation process, which is why that nominee was held. Because we are going to do our job. We've committed it at the opening of every single committee meeting. We committed it here on the floor when it was created. We've committed it when the media has asked questions about it. We are going to do an accurate, an honest, and a thorough review of the nominees to head up state agencies. It is our job. And I am saddened for the people of Arizona that our Democratic colleagues and that the Democrat who occupies the 9th floor is playing these games, is instead running to Twitter to defame and badmouth and trash the very people that for the last couple of months she's been virtue signaling like she wanted to work with. But here's what we know based on her actions, because her words have proven that they mean nothing. Based on her actions, Katie Hobbs has zero intention of doing the business of the people of Arizona. This legislature, Republicans in this legislature have passed a responsible budget already. Katie Hobbs vetoed it because she's not interested in responsible legislative policy. She's interested in it's either my way or the highway. That's not what the people of this state hired us to do, and it's sure as heck not what they hired her to do. This legislature, we've passed an abolishment of the rental tax and the food tax. The House still, I think, needs to vote on the food tax, but this side has. Senate Republicans have. Democrats voted against that. We're doing the work. Republicans in this chamber and Republicans in the other chamber are doing the work that the people of Arizona sent us here to do. We're trying to make their lives easier by letting them keep more of their own money, given that the Biden administration and Democrat policies are crushing them right now. Skyrocketing prices, skyrocketing inflation. And yet Democrats here and in the ninth floor are playing political games. This is not what the people of Arizona hired any of them for, but yet that's what we're getting. I stand by Senator Shope and Senator Kerr and Senator Champ for the work that they've done and that I've done, that we've done so far on the Committee on Director Nominations. We have done what we committed to do. We have done what the Constitution obligates us to do, and we have done it well. And that's why you've had two good nominees move forward through the process. But we will not be a rubber stamp for the governor. That is not our job, and so we will not do it. Katie Hobbs, send us qualified nominees who are ready and willing to engage in an honest, truthful, direct conversation. That's how we do this. If you send us more of what we got yesterday, we're not going to confirm them. Okay? If they come through and refuse to answer questions or lie to us, as we've seen has happened, we're not going to rubber stamp them for you. Thank you, Mr. President Pro Tem.